Hello, good morning, Mr. Ball.
Good morning. How you doing?
Very well, thank God. And you?
I'm okay. Oh,
I joined the other link and I was just waiting. I forgot that it's supposed to be this link.
which link?
The other, like the training link, the one that we used to use.
For the YouTube
No, the Zoom, the other Zoom link.
for training.
That's the one that I joined. I accidentally joined that one, not knowing that there was a new link that I was supposed to be using for the Zoom.
I'll send it on the community.
Mm, yeah.
Okay. People from the YouTube. Good morning. Can you hear me? Uh, Olumide. Good morning. Uh, I think you can start. Please confirm if you can hear me clearly. Mr. Kingsley, good morning. Hope you can hear me. Hear me clearly. Mr. Kingsley, good morning. Hope you can hear me. So we are going to start. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're all welcome. I'm audible, yes. So we are uh, like some of our people are still on holiday. So let's keep updates, and some of our people that are not here, please, if you know anyone, chat them up that we are live. Let's begin. There's no time. We are still 10 minutes ahead the schedule. So, well, welcome back. Happy Easter to everyone. Happy Easter, happy Easter. Hope we're enjoying our Easter break. Though yesterday the market was on, but there's a need for us to relax and to give the market a breathing space. At the couple that yesterday is just Monday, so sometimes we just need to relax and refresh and give the market a space for the market to do a thing, right? So we all welcome again. So let's continue on the session. Later I'll be making one or two announcements. So we'll start with our DSY. So we'll be starting with DSY this morning, right? So I'll see what the direction where the dollar index is going. Let's look at what we may likely tend to see this week in terms of catching some opportunity from the DSY perspective. So I'm going to start from the monthly time frame now. So we'll be running down top-down analysis on every currency since today's Tuesday. So we'll be using this top-down analysis as top-down as a general market run for the week. So we can see now that from monthly perspective, let me outline our key zones for the monthly pass for the month from the monthly time frame. So we can see now that we have this zone. So we have that zone intact for monthly for us. So we have that zone. We have that zone. Then we have this zone. We have this zone. Then another important zone that we have is this top zone here. So for monthly now, we are seeing that we are bearish. That DSY is seriously bearish on monthly time frame. Because the price break, five break swatch, then price has been struggling around this area. Then we have this monthly candle now that is trying to close. If we have this monthly candle close bearish by the end of this month, that will show that the next zone that DSY may likely roll to is this zone. So as market travel zone by zone, right? The market travel zone by zone. So we have zone 1, we have zone 1, zone 2. Zone 1, market range, move to zone 2, zone 2 now. We have price actions. We have weekly time frame, try to close below this zone. So this is a sign of a serious bearish movement. It's kind of some bearish movement for us. So now we see that price tap into this supply zone, this weekly supply zone. So price tapping, feed the gap, and we have this. So from monthly now, we come to daily, we come to weekly. So price tapping into that weekly zone, that weekly range, weekly supply zone. So we have it. So monthly say we are bearish, weekly says we are bearish, right? So now we are currently seeing price weekly. Last week, we have a weekly close. You can see this candle, this very candle is a successful weekly close below our this support zone. This is a very key support zone. Connect with this, and with this. So that place is a very zone. So now the next zone we are looking at is this zone here. So it's that zone. DSY road to this zone, yes, it's very high. So though among the road, we have this place. So we have this here. So we have price, we have this low before move. So this place, so the first thing that DSY should do is by trading to this, then before we talk of this. So these are the perspective that we are seriously bearish on DSY, right? So now come to daily. So we remain bearish. So now confirm price violated this place. So it has become what? A very solidified resistance for price. So what we can see now, maybe a shallow retracement, as I will not be seeing a deeper retracement. So what we have been seeing, and due to the uncertainty that is happening in US, so maybe a little retracement back to this place, then can push DSY to 95.2. So this is what we are looking at on DSY. So in summary for DSY, we are bearish on DSY. So if I plug my line, so we can see now that we are bearish on DSY. So if we are bearish on DSY, what should we be looking out for on the currency? Should be looking for opportunity to bullish on GU, EU, AU, NU, gold. So let's now go to AU now, which is the first one. So AU, I'm going to draw my zones from weekly angle. So which zone are we looking at? So we have the first zone where this should be our, so we have that zone that's our first zone that we may likely bullish to. Then we have this zone that price retested to this zone. Then, so we have the next zone, we have this zone. So now we are seriously what? Bullish on GU. We are seriously bullish on GU. So draw liquidity 1, draw liquidity 2. So that draws to daily time frame. So you can see the price is bullish on this guy. The thing is that price has not really given us opportunity to enter because of the shallow retracement. It's only here we have a minor pullback that connect with this imbalance here, and price move. Then from that zone, we have price giving us a break of structure to the above side. So if we say prices will come into all this place, it's possible, but can we have another, since we have a break of structure here, what's the possibility that price will come here again before going up? That is one. So this ideal place, let's say this imbalance here, we'll let you say, because it fall on discount. So that is one scenario I'm watching out. But another zone, again, the price we can still look for a buy opportunity is this zone here. So we have this zone also that can give us a buy opportunity continuations. So that will drop us to 4 hours. So we have some zone to work with. So let me refine this. So you can see now with here. So this is a good zone that we can work with and look for what? Opportunity to bullish. So we have price coming here. Then we have this is where we have a momentum. Price break this high on 4 hours. So we go to 1 hour, it will be more clearer. So on 1 hour, you can see now that so we have price accumulating this was on Friday. This was on Friday. This will happen on Friday. Then today now we have this price soar to the top. And now, so price is trying to bearish. So we may see price pushing to this low, maybe today by New York. Then tomorrow we continue the the bullish leg. And that is why currently throughout the weekend where people are relaxing, I did not relax. I've been trying to make some research on, do some work, back testing on some things based on what I call daily trading and strategies. So to find, because now price is not really giving us the kind of pullback we needed to get into trade, and price is moving. So we don't need to be static. There's a need for us to modify things and move based on the market trend. So I will share that one in a moment, what I'm looking at, and I will look at trade opportunity. So let me run on EU. So Euro USD. So we have Euro USD, we have weekly. So weekly on Euro USD. So we have weekly. Now, all movements, all of them are confirming what? A bullish market. So we have that first zone that we could bullish to. Price has left this. So this is top-down analysis. I'm doing top-down analysis. So now, so I have graphed all my zones, which you can see. So price fake out here, then we have price moving up. Now, clearly, from weekly, you can see that this high here has been violated. So price has given us a confirmed break of structure from that high. So weekly, daily, so we have price violated. Now, look at something's happening here. Something's happening here. There's a double top here. So we can see that price has swept that double top. Now, we have a liquidity sweep above that high, right? Though price tried to close, but I will not use that this kind of close as a confirmed close. So we can see it's a relief before the bullish continue on euro. So we are like this imbalance that price can come to. Then before we continue our bullish continuation in this manner, right? So let's bear that in mind. 4 hours now. So we have where we have a break of structure, some 4 hours again. So 4 hours confirmed, a break of structure. So let's title this place as an inducement for price. So maybe this place would be what? A liquidity range for price. Let's look at that. I say that should be a liquidity for price. So if price can come down, then we can look for what? Opportunity to go bullish again on euro. So the 90% of our focus this week is to bullish on AU, EU, and GU. So if there's be any bearish, it's just kind of take some little bearish counter trade and go out of the market quickly and position for the bigger move for the continuation for the bullishness of these currencies. So gold, likewise, gold is seriously bullish. Gold is going to be bullish. There's no any other so far so good. This is weekly. So this is last week. Let me put it in the one. So let me put it in last week low. Yes, last week low, last week high. So this confirm. You can see more price open on Monday and now Monday till now. So far, this is where we have moved to. So that will take us to a daily time frame. This guy is super bullish. So 4 hours. So 4 hours. For now, we'll just look for opportunity word. If we can get a pullback, then we should be going long. It's advisable to do what? To look for buy opportunity on gold for this now. It's just that even the market is not giving us an opportunity to enter due to the way price is just moving. So it's a very, very tight thing to do. Like what happened here, we're looking for, okay, at least 50% of this move, but this is 23 points something and a move. Like a pullback we have here. Like the pullback we have here. Let's say on daily. Look at it. Like the kind of pullback we have here, tap into this. If you can get us another space like that, so it will position us for a better trade. It position for a better trade. So I think that is for the major what's happening about DSY, GU, EU, and gold. So now I will only do EU, then I will now come down to the level whereby we will now scan for daily trading opportunity. So let me look. Let go do EU, this guy. Let me do this guy. Top-down analysis, so that we now know where we are going. So where did weekly? So this guy weekly. Like I said, we had the opportunity to bullish to some of this area before this total sell, right? Because on this guy, on AU, we have our, this is where we change character from. And when you look at our range from this weekly high to this weekly low, price is still on the equilibrium line. So, and we have this guy here in focus. This guy here in focus. The price can bullish to that place. So this guy is confirming strong bullish on this guy. So we have this place as a strong support, right? Then we can have this eye as a SWOT, as a zone that we should work with. So though we have some bumps on the way, but I just love what happened here as a range. This is about This is about 700 pips to the future. So now we now come to daily. So on daily now, price is strongly with this with here. So we have here. So I will think this guy's a yellow. Let me put it as a yellow bar. So we have price now strongly around there. So two things can happen. This is strong resistance zone. So before we can say, okay, oh, we are moving to that top. So let me put this one here. So before okay, we can successfully come to this place. We want to see this daily candle. We want to see this candle is not a break because it's still within the head. So we want to see a proper daily candle close like this. Then this will become a support. Then we can have bullish to this place. Now, until we see that one, price can collapse back to this place again or form head and shoulder. So we already have let him this place as left shoulder. The price can come down and form a right shoulder. Then this will become a length, the neckline. So before we push, before we have something like this, right? So now maybe price want to give us head and shoulder. Maybe price want to give us head and shoulder, right? He has given us right shoulder, left shoulder, then maybe a right shoulder want to form. So when a right shoulder form, the price will come back, break the neck, here become the neck, then retest of the neck, then can now trigger to. So maybe this is what price want to do. This is what price want to do, and maybe that was price want to do for us. Right? So now price is still strongly. So let's go to smaller time frame. So if smaller time frame, if price confirms some bearish, then we may do some bearish at least to this place. So this is for our. So if we have a successful 4-hour close, then on this close back to this place, then it retests it. We can look for a bearish that will take us back to this left shoulder here. So if we have a 4-hour successful close here, maybe around here, retest, at least we can see bag a something of about 100 to 200 pips before the general move. So this is what this is how we're going to do it. So now let's now go to day trading strategy now, because the essence is how we can figure out if we can cash some money. So I have done general overview of what price may likely to do on the higher time frame, top down analysis. So we'll now look at in a day trading now, and look and scan for trades. So I will start with GU again. So I'll start with GU. Then now I'll be working on 15 minutes. So I will not have time to explain all this that I am bringing up for now. But for you guys to know that every day I work tirelessly, learn more things, make new research, and do something. So now let me delete this first. So you see these two things here. This is London's and this is New York. So the concept is when you have a sell-off from the London, the New York will likely, on that day, we may have a sell on that day also. And we have a bullish day. If New York bullish, if London bullish, then we may have a bullish when it comes to New York. So based on findings and chancing, so now, so we have seen that, okay, a pullback is coming. So we are looking at GU to do some kind of pullback. So now we are looking to catch some sell opportunity before we continue our bullish. So we are just looking at to catch some sell opportunity before we continue our bullishness. Looking at least to buy from these zones. Sure, we know that the overall is bullish, but there's room to catch 30, 50 to 100 pips, which is enough for day trading. So, and there's what we call Judas swing in the ICT world. So, and that's where I'm bringing that. I hardly do day trading, and not that I don't know all these things, but because I'm more on swing traders, so I don't use all those, some of ICT's short-term tradings. But now that the way the market is behaving, we don't need to be dynamic. We don't need to be strategically. If one strategy is not working for a while, you can switch to another strategy. Another strategy you have in place. So that is why I'm bringing back this for us to catch some move. So that I can see now that I have Asia. So Asia high is already swing. So I have now price has creating high of the day. Price create high of the day. So, and price sell off on New York, on London. So New York, like this green, it has not appeared. So a couple of hours now, a New York will appear. So New York will appear. So like what happened here now, you see, when price swept Asia, we have price sell off on New York, on London, shifting market. This way price shifting market. You can see now from this price tap into this imbalance, and at least this is I think the concept of this to get at least 2 to 1. So this is about 45 pips, 2 to 1. So, and that is where I'm having this first trade now. I have Asia high have been swept. Price has shifted market structure. This is 15 minutes, right? So I have 15 minutes. And don't forget, I am not just trading blindly. I am only trading based on higher time frame that, okay, a pullback may occur. I already mark out from higher time frame where I would love to buy GU from. So period to that, a sell can still happen. So just looking to catch some move, 2 to 3 or 2 to 1 ratio reward and lead the market. So I have price now, Asia swept, change of character. So looking at price coming back to this, there's a supply zone here. So this is the trade now. So this trade, I'm looking out 18p stop loss, and then to target at least 1 to 2 to target Asia low. So that is about 43 pips. So this is 2 to 1, 2.2. So this is another very great. This is a fantastic setup for those that would love to take it. But please, caution, whatever we share here is for educational purposes. You are reliable for your risk. So if you are taking any trade call, make sure you manage your risk very well. For now, the market has so vulnerably. So please manage risk very well before when you take any trade. So this is first trade that I'm looking out this morning for GU for a short time sell opportunity. So let's look at EU. So EU, so EU now. So we have seen that London have sell off on EU. So EU, the same thing. We are looking at for price for price to give us. You can see like what I point out here that we should price to give us a good sell at least to this zone to fill some imbalances, sweep some liquidity, then prepare for a bigger push. So can we capitalize on this short sell that will come? So that's why to do that, the best way is to look at on the 15-minute time frame. So for the short, so we have, so now what do we see now? We have price, give us high of the day. Price give us high of the day now. So we have price shift in market structure. So we have shift in market structure here. So all we'll do now is look for what? A sell opportunity, that high. So let's see. So we have this imbalance, we have this. So for example, if price return here, it can be what? Opportunity for a sell opportunity. Right? So something like this, this will be about 20 pips stop loss. The target, if target is low, you give 2.3. So maybe you can target like 3R. So something of this, so this is another good trade setup. So this setup, I think this thing will happen during New York. So we'll see that display, just like what happened here. Look at what happened here. You can see that what happened here now. What I'm trying to do here is the same thing that happened here, right? So we have change of character. We have Asia sweep above there. We have our shift in market structure here, right? Then, so when you look at it, price tapping to this imbalance. So this is about how many pips? So this is about 70 pips. We use this. We use this like this. Look at this stop loss. So let's say target 2 to 1 to at least 2.5. Let's say we target 2 to 1. So that is, you can see, so your 2 to 1. So this type of this, you just target 2 to 1 to 2 to 3. You can see now that price tapping and price deliver successfully. So looking at the same thing to happen here, break of structure, Asia has swept, create high of the day. So tapping and we have price roll down. And lastly is, let's like you can see something on gold. Okay, this AU, wow, this one move like so. With this guy also, all imbalances here. This one I'm not too bad with this because I love an imbalance at around this place, but so let's leave this. I don't love that price action. Let's look NU gold. So gold now. So the same thing is happening on gold, but just that I'm not seeing imbalance on gold also, likewise. So we have break of structure. We have here price shoulder high. We have shift in market structure. So gold from that high to this place. So we can do sell limit on 70 to 71. The stop loss above that previous high. That is 170 pips. Target is low. Back this, so that's 2.3. So that is it. So please, if you have anything, can you drop them? If you have anything you want me to talk about. So I've given out three trade concept now that we can take today. GU, EU, and gold. So without calling the entry price out, you can see this is the entry price. This is take profit, and this is stop loss. So likewise, the GU. So the GU, you should learn to be using this thing now. Not every time I'll be typing. You can when you see something like this, like you are looking for a sell, this blank one, just look at here. Here, this is the entry price. You can write it down. Then the red is the stop loss. Then the green is the take profit. So you can only just write the entry, write the GU entry price. The red is stop loss, write it, and the green is take profit. So you can only write it out and input it on your chart. So please, can you drop anything that you are looking at that you want me to look into while we move to synthetic now? Do you have anything? Do you have anything you want me to look at? Okay. So I believe everything is worth taking, right? It's silver. Silver. Do you trade silver, Mr. Olumide? Do you trade silver? So silver. So the same thing that's happening on golds. Okay, let's look at silver from higher time frame, from daily first. Wow. So silver and gold, they are not even working the same pattern. They are not working the same pattern at all. And this guy is very, very crazy. So we have on daily, we have this shift in market structure. Now, price is currently what? On premium. Price currently on premium. So now, I think this will help us to, let's check 4 hours. Okay, price is currently working on premium. You can see the momentum that price sell off is, and the momentum that is going up is different. This will show that the sellers, there are sellers that are more controlled than buyers. People are interested in selling than buy. See the weakness. This one is just too small. So what we'll do now is we can use our day trading strategy to do what? To get into trade. If you want to trade silver. So this is a very good this thing now. So you can use these techniques. So then just look for a sell around where price is now. Okay, price is type 271 and it's selling. So, oh God. Okay. So this guy is already in a sell mode, sha. But if you can push up to this like this 5 minutes fair value gap there, so you can look for a sell. Already this is a form an inducement already here, and maybe this one also. If you tap in here, you can do your sell limit here on silver and take it back. So we believe that by New York that it will sell off by New York. So that's for silver. Please, silver is very volatile. That says maybe 0.01. Your stop loss should be above here, right? So that's for silver. Okay, you want to give it. Okay. So that's my take on silver. That's my take on silver. All right. So we are switching to synthetic now. I believe we are able to cover some trade. So let's switch to our synthetic, and I believe Sito is ready for us to take us on synthetic indices. So let's welcome Sito as take us on synthetic. So thank you for your time. Let's switch to synthetic. Sito, over to you if you are there.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So let's just quickly go over some synthetic indices. A lot, the market is, is quite slow for me from my end. I don't know what we are seeing individually, but the way I approach synthetic indices market has been quite slow for me. But we are still maintaining most of our biases from the previous week. We're still maintaining most of our biases from the previous week. So price was unable to tap into our supply zone up here. Price did not tap into that zone yet, but they have still been coming down. So it's just, what
Get
do
out from
we
there. Get out from there.
what do we look at for price to do? Let's see. So on this guy now, it may be that price wants to use this area now because there is some level of order flow here. I'm on daily time frame, so maybe let me go to 4 hours. Let me go to 4 hours. So maybe price is going to work with order flow, going back inside that demand, right? Inside that supply. I'm trying to see if price is looking at using this area to drive upwards. But then again, this move has already started happening and we did not get a proper, what I look out for now. You see this kind of situation that happened here. If I have this situation for, let me show me point, let me draw that out. If I have this kind of situation, can you see sweep, break of structure, liquidity here. This kind of area, I'll be very happy to look for a trade. I don't know if you understand. Now, if I see that kind of situation when price is falling into my demand, where I'm seeing something like this, a sweep, a break, and then we work with liquidity. These kind of zones, I like to trade them a lot, right? That's mostly, in fact, the way I love to approach it, right? So when I'm not having that kind of situation, it just makes me, wait for it. Just makes me to, I just have to wait for it to occur, which, is not really been applying in my direction a lot of times of late. So I just have to be patient. This is one of the moments in the market where it just tests you, it just tests you and you just have to be patient. That's why I've been doing a lot of currency this period while I'm waiting for my synthetic indices to materialize. So now I don't want to go to the lower time frame because there's a lot of information there that we may not be able to digest totally. That's why I'll stick to the 4 hour and 1 hour. So I'm still going to maintain the supply zone up here. Now, if price gives us a nice, development around here for buy, maybe price sweeps this high and then gives me what I'm looking for, I can now buy up to the supply zone. But right now, I'm not doing anything on volume 20 until it gets to the supply zone before we know what we're gonna do. Is that okay? So let's go to 60 or just quickly run down since we are running out of time for our live. So on the 60, since we since we took this low here and then price, sorry, let me see if I can make this full screen. Mhm. And then what do we have here? Price rallied. So now from here to here, if we have to draw our feed after taking this low, see that this from this whole high to this area, you see that price had rejected from what? From our 70 to 60 to 70% region. Is that so? So from there now we had this push to the downside very well. So now can we see something? Let me delete the feed now. Can we see something from this area to continue these sales from? Right now, are we in the discount here or not? Let me check. We are moving into the discount of this retracement. So we have to be very careful there. Is that okay? We have to be very, very careful. Let me go to the 4 hours time frame to see what we have there. So if price was still in that area, I would have looked at this zone, this area of breaker here. I love that zone. I have never looked up. We have a breaker block. But since price is falling into these discounted prices, I'm going to wait and then see what happens. Now, if this area here, let me see 1 hour. This was the 1 hour is telling me. The synthetic is not giving a lot of. We are not even getting this thing we like to see. Um, so let me see something. All right. So now, this is where we are. If we can get price right inside this fair value gap here, this breaker rather, this would be a nice area for me to look to trade. Now, if you're coming from the supply zone, you're coming from the premium zone, right, of this guy. Our next target is where? It's here. Is that okay? Since this was the initial move and price has rejected into the discounted zone, the next thing we're going to do is what? Is to target this low. Is that okay? So I think this whole move now we are going to come and clear this area. Now what we will do now is to look for how we can join in on this sell. Now this is the best area that I've drawn, but that is where the whole move started. Is that okay? That's the best area. This area here is the best area now. So now, since we don't have, do we have anything for 4 hours? Let me see. No, we just have to wait for it to go back there. Okay. And the thing with this current with this synthetic is that when they start moving, that's it. They just keep moving like that. So let's just see how that one happens. This is FX60. Let's see how if we can get that retracement before price reaches our draw on liquidity here. This is our draw on liquidity. If we can get that before getting our draw on liquidity, then that would be great. Is that okay? So that's what we're looking at for FX volume 60. This supply zone, breaker block, fair value gap is in premium zones. Is that okay? So that's what I like, and I'll be looking out for that for this instrument. All right, let's go to let's go to the flip. Let's go to the flip. Let's see. Now I'm going to show something on this flip X1. Very important. Now we had a very nice area here. That price failed. Now I kept this on my chart so that I'll show you something. Okay. Now I called out two areas, right? Here and here. Now, going into this zone, what did we see here? We saw price build up here. You see, we saw price build up here. I told you that if you had touch one, touch two, touch three, touch four. And then I knew that that is an area where price will have to come and do what? Have to come and sweep. Is that okay? And what did we do that? We had that sweep. Now, that's not what I wanted to show. After the sweep, what did we have? We now had our BOS to the upside, which is also a very good sign that we're about to continue our trade to the upside. But what did price do? Price now gave us Price now gave us, an entry on the 1 hour. We had a nice, what's this called? We had a nice order block here and order block here. The two of them had liquidity above them. Two of them had fair value gap. But you can see that these zones failed. Now, what I want to show you? I want to show something very, very important. If you have a markup like this, hmm, and and then price gives liquidity, gives everything, right? And then your entry is somewhere here, right? And then price comes to your entry area and it does not trigger that entry, right? And then it runs to take profit. That shows that that trade now becomes what? Becomes weak. Now at this point, I would have deleted my order. Like when price got to this high here, when price got to my take profit area around here, I knew that this my trade now. If price is coming back again, it may destroy the trade. So you ought to have deleted your order when price has run to your take profit. Is that okay? Now you would have saved yourself from this loss. I don't know if you understand. Now I'll say that again. You have a trade, right? This is where let's say you want to enter from somewhere here. Is that okay? Now your plan was to target, let me say this high. Okay? Now this is your target, right? This high is your target. Now price is coming back down. Now price fails to trigger your entry inside here, and then it turns back from where it is and runs to your take profit. Now your entry at this point becomes what? A possible area for what? For price to come and take out. Is that okay? So I just need to, I'm not saying it will happen all the time, but if price comes back to your entry again, wait for it to show that it wants to move before you join in, probably by printing an engulfing candle for you, or by giving you, what's it called? By giving you weak rejections at your area, then you can enter that trade. And that's what happened there. So this is that's what made this trade invalidated. Now, trade two, on the other hand, it just gave some acted as then did some rejections to the upside and then it failed. So I wanted to keep this on my screen because I would have cleared it when I was doing my analysis. I'm going to keep this on my screen so that I can show you and then you can avoid these kind of occurrences in the future. Is that okay? So we had a very nice possible sniper entry in our entry one. See, as in I think even less than a pip safe is what price did not use to trigger that trade. And then entry two just failed. Now imagine we had entry one and then now that been let's say 3 hour and then we lose 1 hour here, we are still up 2 hour. That's the beauty of what of having good risk to reward ratio. Is that okay? So now that this zone is taken, we're going to turn our focus to zone two, right? We'll turn our focus to what? To zone two. Now for this zone one, I'm going to now clear everything that we had there and wait for zone two to trigger. Zone two is still very nice. I had a sweep, I had a nice order block, I have a fair value, I have inducement, everything. So I still like zone two, right? To trade from. Are we together? So if there's a possible way to sell down to zone two, can we do that? Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. But that's already started. This fair value here. This fair value gap. This would have been the nice area to trade from, right? To target this zone two. Let me see, short position. Yeah, can put your SL above the fair value gap candle, and would have had. Do we want to see if price gets there? Yes, we do. Oh, this is nice. I don't know. Is it too late? Let me see the 1 hour time frame. Is something that can spoil our trade. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. We still have some fair value gaps up here on the 1 hour time frame, and that may be a little bit of an issue, right? And then this is where the breaker of this guy started. This breaker block here. So let me see. Let me see. Maybe I'll just have to update you later in the day how price reacts to this place, right? I'll have to update you later in the day how price reacts to this place, and I'll let you know the update. Okay, for the particular trade. So let's just wait for it. Let's just wait for this one. Okay. We still have fair value gap above our entry, and I don't want us to get stopped out just because of a weak rejection. Let me see. This is even still a fair value gap. See what I'm saying, but it's very small, but it's a fair value gap. You see, this one, let me make that a full line. This one and this one, you see that it does not touch. These are still a fair value gap. So you see that these areas are still areas that makes our trade to be vulnerable to attacks, cyber attacks, you have to say. All right, so let's just wait that out. Okay, let's wait that out. All right. So just know that this is our main area. If the cell does not print something good for us, our main area is this our main area is the is demand down here. All right, that's flip x1. So let's just run down x2. Um, okay, so x2. I don't even remember this x2. This x2 we have been waiting for price to give us a direction. Can you remember where I drew something like a trend line, and then I told us that price will probably come back to the area up here before moving. Now what the price do? Can delete this now. Price came and swept this area up here, and then it ran down. Now on the daily time frame is where I spotted out that there is liquidity. I'm sorry, there's fair value gap here. So price is looking like it will. Now that price has taken this low, the same thing. Please pay attention. The same thing now. Sorry, the same thing now. We're going to have what this draw of liquidity. So that's where price is going to come down at the end of the day. But now, how do we capitalize? We have fair value gap here, right? So we are happy. So 4 hours time frame. Let's see, 4 hours time frame. So this is where we're expecting price to run back into. Let me check this guy up here. Oh, this guy up here does not have a fair value. Let me check 1 hour. Sorry about that. Let me check the 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. It's still very, very efficient, right? It's still very efficient. So this is the area I can say that, we started having some liquidity in the market. So what am I trying to say in essence, right? And what I'm saying in essence is that, let me check the 2 hours time frame before I say what I want to say in essence. Yeah, exactly. Everything there is efficient. So this is where volatility came in, where we can leave, where price left inefficiency in the market. So I still expect price to do what? To come and take this area before it drops. These guys now will be our liquidity. Is that okay? So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. So let's just wait. Please just I always say wait a lot. It's not because I love to wait. It's just that if price is not giving you what you want, you literally have no choice but to wait, because if you gotta do something that you're not supposed to do, you know whose account to suffer it, right? All right. So that's X2. So let's check X3. Let's check X3. So X3 is acting off our supply zone that was marked out in the past, right? But it hasn't given me what I want to see in the sense of you know imbalance, right? So price just touched that area, and was just coming down very, very, so all of this now is not looking very good enough for me, right? So I don't like that. So I'll just wait for a better development around this guy, then we will trade. Okay? Wait for better development around here. Probably price comes to sweep this high and then gives us a massive move to the downside. Then we can join in, or it introduces fair value gap into the market and then we will play continuation. So flip X4. All right. So flip X4, we are still waiting for this our zone to for price to get to this our zone first. That's the daily time frame view. Let me check the 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame looks like price was already reacting to something here, but this move is happening in the middle of nowhere. Let me just mark it out. This move here is happening in the middle of nowhere. When I know that I have something down here, and then price stops just before it gets to that place and starts to do something like this. It just looks like this to me. It looks like, a
Yeah, that's
possible
liquidity.
liquidity build up.
That's a liquidity.
Yeah, it just looks like a possible liquidity build up for me. I don't want to, get caught up in that kind of market. It looks very good and all, but you want to just wait for the one that you're looking for. See what I also like this area because of see this guy down here. This very nice, this nice looking brother down here is also one reason why I like this zone, right? So this 4 hours time frame, so that 4 hours is very strong in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to wait for that one now. If price now falls into here and then we now get our development, our development now, go, you now do what? You now play. Do no stress. Let's not just be doing what we're not supposed to be doing on the market, right? Let's just avoid all the ones that can stress us and stick to the ones that will give us the reward that we're looking for. Okay. So lastly, X5. X5 is playing with me. X5 is playing with me. People of God, X5 is playing with me. X5 has avoided my entry again at this point. God. Yay, flip X5. Oh. This X5, this instrument is paying me money. This X5. X5 is paying me money. I need to remit that money from me. So at the end of the day, if you don't get this buy, all right, They're still going to do what? They're still going to keep an eye on this area, right? That's a fair value gap lining up with where we broke structure. So you remember the idea of break and retest, right? The break and retest, they're going to look good. Then alongside what? Sorry about that. Then alongside, what's this? What's happening here now? Oh, what's happening? Okay. And alongside this area, there's looking like a small as this is called internal liquidity. I might explain internal liquidity subsequently, but that'll be another day. So that might be internal liquidity. All right. So let's see how price reacts. Whether it comes to my buy or it comes here, we'll wait for it. When it enters those two places, we're going to play continuation. All right. So that is my look. That's my lookout for uh, for synthetics. So please, people of God, let's just be patient. Let's wait for price to do what it's supposed to do. Let it filter all the noise for us, and then we can join in and make profit and make money together. So thank you, everyone. I can't see the viewers from my end, Mr. Val. Maybe you can do a shout out to everybody that is on the YouTube, and then we can call it a day at this point. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Citus. Thank you. Thank you. That was deep analysis. So, guys, today we are the turn up is a little bit low, maybe because people are just resuming back for the session. So, really tomorrow, let's go in touch with everyone. We'll continue to make new research, do new things to make sure that we give value on these live sessions. So please, if you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe so that when there's an update, you just aware from the YouTube. So we'll be doing our live sessions from the YouTube now. So we are not going back to this thing again. So let's get used to the YouTube. Let's share the link to our friends and loved ones, other traders. Let's bring them on board 10:30 to 11:30 every day. So on our own part, we'll try as much as possible to come to your level. Person like me, as I've said, that I'm more of swing traders. And some of us will do swing, some of us will do day trading. So we will not be static to what we just know because we want to carry everybody along. So that's why I'm doing more research, more back testing on day trading, so that every day when we come, at least maybe in a week, we can have 2 or 3 trades that will call, and of us will make money. So thank you for your time. We look forward for tomorrow again for another session. See you and bye.